Hi, it's Jess here from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me today and welcome to all my new subscribers and all my old subscribers as well. And if you've not yet subscribed, maybe you would consider doing so. So today we're getting into the Christmas spirit. I know it's only September, but I'm setting a challenge over on Junk Journaling for Everyone. That's a Facebook group. We set a challenge every week and we have a theme every month. And September we've decided we'll go for Christmas. And our idea is we'll do 6 things each week. There's 5 Saturdays in September. So if you do a 7th one in 1 week, you'll have 31 things. So all ready for your December dailies. That was what we thought. So we're doing a one sheet wonder today. And I have created all of these from a 12 by 12 one sheet wonder. So 6 tags, and then as a bonus I did 3 journaling cards inspired by Tracy Fox. She used some black die cuts on a grungy masterboard, so I thought, oh, I'd like to have a go at that, but I haven't done them all black. So yeah, watch. I'll tell you what you need, and you can craft along with me. Okay. So the things I'm going to use for this is, for the basis of my masterboard, I've got a bit of 12 by 12 scrapbook paper. I don't like it, I'll never use it, so why waste it? So I'm going to cover this side with my masterboard, and then that leaves that side as the back, which there's a lot of white space on it. I will ink it, but it will be fine then when it's all sort of cut up into tags. I can just stick a bit of stuff on it to write on, and it's not too in your face. Whereas if I'd had that as the back, it'd be hard to cover up really. So we're sticking on that. What we're sticking, I'm going to make a very neutral one, and I didn't want anything too bulky. So these are all vintage book pages, so they're all quite thin. So I've got some music of different shades. I've got dictionary page and encyclopedia pages on there. Just took them out of my scrap box. I do have this newspaper print, but I think I'm gonna see too much through that, so I don't think I'm going to use it actually. So I might move it out of the way so that I'm not tempted, you know, because I'll get distracted. And then I've got all my Christmas stuff. It took me ages to find it. I put my Christmas stuff in a special box on its own because I don't use it all year round, so I just have it. So these are the remnants from 2020, 2021 and 2022 December dailies that I have made. So I used Tracy Fox's December daily. So I used the freebie set that she brought out, I can't remember what year, and then I've got the set that she then put out the following year, and I've got the Christmas compendium, I think that's what it was called, part of a sort of compendium kits that she does. It'll be written on this sheet, Jez. Yeah, festive compendium, and her flashcards, and then in here is like lots of offcuts. Because I did, you know, I've made them over the last few years, so I've got lots and lots here to sort of choose from. But the first thing we're going to do is, you know, get the neutral stuff down. I've got a ruler to rip, I've got glue stick, and then my collage glue, which is my favourite glue, to go around the edges, and I've got a old credit card for smoothing out, and I've got me dried wet wipes to try and keep myself clean. That's it really. So that's the start. So the first thing to do is to move all my Christmas paper out the way because we don't want them just yet. And the first thing we're going to do is cover this with with this paper. So just make a neutral background to then work with. I'm gonna take influence from Tracy. Recently did some lovely tags. She did a masterboard, and then she used some die cuts sort of as the focal point in black. They were stunning, absolutely stunning. I've got loads of Christmas dies and punches, so that's what I thought I'd do. But I'm gonna be setting these down. Some of them are already sort of chopped up, ready in nice little shapes. So I'll sort of dot there's 2 on there, I know there is, yeah. So I might sort of dot those around a bit, and I'm going to make some, I'm not really going to think about this at all. Just take that end off there. I like straight edges, that's the other thing. So I'm going to use sort of fairly big pieces as I go, and to make it sort of quite a quick process. I'm just rip that up, get rid of that now. So we've got some different colours going on here. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. Just going to put it down, not thinking about it. So I will sort of speed this section up, because I've done masterboards before, and I'm sure you'll know what you're doing, and you should be able to get enough of it with me speeding it up. If you want to slow it down, you just go to the little cog and you can slow it down if you want to sort of see it a bit better. So that's it done. I say I didn't do much thought into it, and yeah, I've done it non-directional, so yeah, it doesn't matter which way up it is. And as usual, I didn't ink. I don't ink when I make masterboards, and I ink afterwards. If you've watched me regularly and seen me do this before, then you would know that's how I do it. I can't find, oh there it is, I put it in the wrong place. So I then take my brush, and I'm going to use Vintage Photo, I think, and then I just go over the edges. Well, I go around it, the whole thing, with my brush. So this is just a cereal packet, very handy for this sort of jobs. So because all the edges were ruler ripped, it's easy. Well, some of them are the actual edges of the pages, and so the ink is absorbed on the edges, so it saves time. I'm not too worried about the outside edges because they'll get inked when it's sort of cut up. So this saves so much time doing this afterwards, and then it kind of all blends as well. Now you will notice there's lots of white space. Well, it's not white, but you know, and I like those bits because you can stamp on them if you have lots of stamps. So there, that is that stage done. And there's an occasional little bit where there might have been some glue on it, which you don't mind because that gives a nice little sort of grunginess to it. I do like a bit of a grunge. So I'm just getting some Christmas stamps to stamp over some of these whiter bits. So these are all retired Stampin' Up stamps. Now holly, poinsettias and snowflakes, that's Christmas for me. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. This is a well-loved stamp set, so I'm going to use that one. So let's have some holly. We've got some different size holly, and another poinsettia there, and then let's have some snowflakes dotted around. Let's have a couple of littler ones. There, might not use them all, just getting them out. Right, so I'm going to use Pebble Path because it's not black and it's not really great. Right, so that one needs a wash. I can feel that it does. I'm just going to give it a squirt of water, just for quickness, and then just dab it with my cloth, and that should now stick again. Yeah, it does. There we go. So in these places where we've got a bit of white space, it doesn't matter that it's going to overlap. We're going to put some of these on it, liking it. Nice big space here. Right, now there is kind of a rule of three, but actually it's all going to get cut up, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to clean these all up, and then I'm going to get some of the Christmas sentiments to stamp on. So I've got some sentiments out. So I got this one, I've got loads of sentiments. So I've picked a few of those out, and I've got that one and the Merry Christmas as well. So I'm gonna fill in some of these gaps. We've got some nice long sections, so we can put these on. So, I mean, obviously this is going to get cut up, but you might see bits of it. that's it. Right, so I'm going to clean all these up and then we'll get on to the next bit. So that is the basics of the masterboard. And so I'm going to pull in, I'm going to see what I've got in this section here. Now some of these were printed on card and I don't want to put the card bits on it, so I want things that are printed on paper. So that's paper, that's paper, that's quite large. Oh, there's some nice little bits there. So let's just see what I've got. Got some words, they'll be used afterwards. Oh, I've got one I've fussy cut already. Very nice, might utilise those. I don't really do whimsical. Right, those I might use after. I like that. I love a little bit of old-fashioned Christmas. Lots and lots of those to use. I say there's lots of things. I just cut it all out and used different bits. So these are different years all mixed up together, like that label there. So they might be sort of embellishments that we do afterwards. So got a few labels I can chuck on now. Right, let's go with this. So I don't know why there's a butterfly randomly in there, because that's not going on Christmas. Don't see too many butterflies at Christmas. So those little things can go in there. And these are like big things. Things here that I've already cut out. I don't want her. Right, so what's nice is some of these are already a bit collaged, so I can take little bits off. So liking that. So I think I'm just going to sort of randomly put these different things around. I do like that. So I'm gonna I like that on its own. Very cool. And I like that. Get rid of that little white bit. That kind of ripped a bit, but don't matter. So we'll have that. 25p. What can you get for Christmas for 25p? Not a lot. Not a lot indeed. Right. And I love these colours. I'm kind of pulling out these sort of same shades of sort of greens and reds, because that is what I like. So that sort of sticking of the masterboard that I did, that took, I think it was about half an hour. So it, you know, it doesn't take too long. No, I do love a bit of a postcard. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm not gonna be doing masses with this because I'm gonna decorate differently when they're cut up into sort of tags. So for the challenge, we're kind of making 6 things every week. There's 5 weeks, 5 Saturdays. We do it every Saturday. 5 Saturdays in September. So that would give you 30. So if you're doing a December daily, you would have 30 items. So 1 week you can make 7. I'm actually going to get more than 6 out of this. If we use a 12 by 12 masterboard, you can get more than, you can get 8 tags, 3 by 6. Well, I thought I might do 6 tags and then with the remainder do a masterboard. That was my thoughts. Right. I think I need something in there, Jess. Actually, I was looking at that Christmas delivery. Shall we have that? Yep, everybody likes the Christmas delivery. Yeah, I think we've got enough to be going on with there. So these need all sticking down, so I'll do that, speed it up. So that's those all stacked down, and then like before, I'm just going to use my blending brush and go round the outside, and you can see where it's picking up the ink, and that's just so much quicker than individually inking all the edges. So that is it all inked up, and there's a few places where there's glue, but I quite like the sort of grungy mess that it leaves behind. Right, so now we need to do the chopping up. Right, so what I often do when I've got a 12 by 12 is I cut it, I cut 8 tags and I do 6 by 3, but I want to do some journaling cards as well. So I'm going to take, I often do it so that I don't look at it, but I'm going to take 3 inches off there, and then I'm going to cut 4 inches. So I'm going to have 3 by 4 little journaling cards. That's then done. So then this, I'm just going to cut at 6, and then 3 lots of 3. Just make nice size tags, I think. So let's have a little look at out what we've got. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tags, and then we have 3 journaling cards, which could be any way up really. So that's what we've got. Let's put you a little bit more in the center. So that's what we've got out of our 12 by 12 masterboard. So the challenge is just to make, how's that one so much smaller? I don't know how you've managed that, Jet. Oh, because it was taken that way. That's how you managed that. So yeah, so the challenge is to make 6 things, but here I'm making 9, you know. So it depends on the size of your masterboard, what you'll get out of it. So now we need to start decorating these. So what I'm doing is I'm taking photos as I go along. So we need tag tops, and I've got a nifty little punch for making tag tops. You can use a credit card that you've cut down. I have them in various sizes as well, but I do love my punch. So that's definitely going to go that way up. So punch, turn it round and punch. It does have a slot as well, but I'm not doing that right now. So you've got 2 options with this. So I do some one way, some another. So that's our 2 different, you see on my arm there, slightly different looks to them. And I'm not even looking, I've just picked them up and kind of assumed that's where we're going with them. But and I also kind of like it as a way of shaping journaling cards. You just got to keep twisting it, and it sort of gives you a nice little shape, which I think's cool. So I might do some just rounded. So this is small corner rounder. I'm going to corner round all these. I've also got a large corner rounder, so I might do the other one with the large corner rounder. So that's more prepared. We haven't got holes in the tags because I might put eyelets, I might use tag toppers, but and there's the 3 different sort of designs of that. Obviously I'm going to ink round them, but I am not going to do that just yet. So now I'm thinking about making a feature and deciding whether or not it needs anything else. Now I do have, just randomly, happens to be on my desk, I've got a die cut of poinsettia, and that was kind of the thing I was going for, was to, like Tracy did, she did them in black, but this is Christmas and festive, so I thought if I cut out some nice red focal points, that would be good. So I'm gonna get my dies and get cutting up. So I have been busy die cutting. So I've got poinsettias, holly, baubles, some, I think that's supposed to be mistletoe, don't really know. Got some words and flashcards, got some snowflakes. So I've inked all around these, and I've inked some of these but not all of them. So yeah, I thought we might get started. So just looking through. Right, we've got that there. So we've got poinsettia stamped, and we've got a poinsettia there. So makes me think we'll have a poinsettia. Now the dies that I've used, these are all of the dies I've used are retired Stampin' Up ones, apart from this one. Got that one in charity shop. Not sure the brand of that one because it was just in a charity shop. So this one, it's a builder. So you build it up, makes a nice big poinsettia. You have a die, and can you see? It's got a second die that just embosses in. I'm not sure what's visible. Can't really tell. And then you've got the middle. So I cut the back one in yellow and the top one in green. Thought that gives the best. I kind of looked it up just to sort of check what it would look like. Now I do like to give my flowers a little bit of life. Can't for the life of me know where my little flower shaper balls are, because I haven't actually used them for such a long time. So I'll use a bone folder. It's not a problem. I do prefer my other bone folder for this job, but I don't know what it is. So I'm just gonna curl them slightly. I mean, they're going to go in a journal, so they will be sort of flattened a bit, but just give it a little bit of life. So I just distressed slightly around the edges, and then with a brush. They just look a little bit better with a little bit of curling. So I think that will look good. And I did think that, I mean, these aren't poinsettia leaves, but I did think, because I have put some thought into this before I came back on camera, so that it wouldn't be torture for you with me dithering about what might look good where. So that's what I thought with the middle. Dun, dun, dun. Like that. I thought that was quite nice. And then I thought it needs a word, some sort of label. So just looking at the ones that I've got here. I could just chuck that maybe under there. Garland. I don't know that I like that. Actually no. What have we got here? Merry and Bright. I think I prefer that somehow. I would prefer other green. I don't like any of these really. I've got greetings. Gift. I've already tried that dress. You didn't like it. Oh, I've got this little Christmas tree here. How about that one? Stick a Christmas tree up there. Yeah, that would work-ish. Anyway, dithering. This is why I had some thoughts before I came on. I'm now just glancing around. Where's my glue? There it is. So let's get poinsettia sort of stuck together. So put that there. I think, judging by the time I've took, it's really difficult to judge what time I've took because I've stopped and started, and some's going to be speeded up and some isn't, so I'm not really sure. Oh, forgot this takes a minute to dry. So I'm not really sure how much time I've got, so I might end up decorating these sort of speeded up with a voiceover. Might be the better way to do this. Right, holding them together. Should be all right now. Right, gonna stick our yellow thing down on top there. And then I'm going to get, so this is tricky, just a little bit tricky. Need glasses for this bit. So now it's just fun decorating. So as I did like the look of Tracy Fox's when she did some grunginess and put like, not even sure if that was the right way, Jess. I think it might be upside down. Oh yeah, I think that fits perfect. But because it was Christmas, I didn't want that, so I've gone for, so inspired by but not copied. There we go, like that. So let's stick these down. Lots of nice places to put a blob. The thing about the collage glue is it's a bit stringy, so there is strings following me. Don't know if you can see them, but there are strings in there. Get rid of the strings. Before I stick it down, otherwise I'll have to rub them off. I don't really want to do that. There we go. So place that about there. Do the same with this one. Right, I am going to do like 2 art glitter on the back of this, because that will glue down a bit quicker. Put plenty on. I know they say less, you need less of this, but I'm not sure. Mine always feels a little bit watery. I don't know. Don't know if I've got a duff batch. There we go. So I'm going to hold that down. See, art glitter, it does glue quick. I'm not gonna deny that at all. Now, can you see that it is raised a little bit? That is the effect I wanted. And then oh, I could stick it up there. I think I might stick it up there. There we go. So that is that one. Just needs something at the top there, but I haven't decided yet how I want them closed. And it does need something on the back there, which I forgot about before I put all that on, like a wally. Now I have done a bit of inking. I'm trying to get the pin in the top of me art glitter off camera. So done a bit of inking. My idea is that I am going to sort of cover most of it, but I might come in a little bit more with me inking. Now I've been using just the ordinary distress ink. I might do a bit of distress oxide, and then I might drip some water on it. So I'm just going around the edges because the middle section I was distracted then. Yeah, I'm thinking of pressing. So I'm not worried about this middle bit because that's going to get covered up. So that's that. Didn't flatten too much. So I am thinking that I wrote on these. That's water. So I'm just thinking I might just spray a bit of water and let that work with the ink. But I'm going to give it a blast with the heat gun because I don't want it to seep in. So excuse the noise. As you find, sometimes when you heat it up, it bows one way, so I was just blowing it the other way. Still a little bit damp there, actually, but that's just added a little bit of extra feature with the spraying of the water activating with the ink, so quite like that. That'll do me. And then we want some, I'm going to put some tea-dyed paper down there, and maybe get my whippy ruler. And then that's stuck to the back, so you can still see a little bit of what's underneath, but not masses. So that is what my thoughts are to do with that. I'm just going to go around the edge, and where that's ripped, takes the ink nicely. Yep. And then I'm just going to glue stick it in the middle, as I did when I was doing the masterboard, and then we'll go around the edges in collage. And that is more or less how I'm going to do all of them, so I don't have to do any more of these on camera because you've seen how I've done it. And I do have different types of scraps of tea stain paper. I've got ones that have grids on, some that have lines, so I'll just be picking out different ones to go down. And I really should have stuck this on before I stuck on my poinsettia, because poinsettia, yeah, I'm just sort of flattening a little bit there, but yeah, it's fine. So that is how I was going to do that one. So I think now what I'll do is carry on, but sort of do it in double time, or I might even do it in 4 times, and then I might do a voiceover, or I might not need a voiceover. So unlike the last one, I am just trying it out, and then I remembered, yeah, decorate the back. So doing exactly what I did before, putting on the Distress Oxide, squirting some water, and then heating with my heat gun. And then I decided to use my deckled edge trimmer instead. I just thought that was a little bit quicker, and I do like the effect, and I paid 30 quid for it, so I'm going to use it. So yeah, just like before, sticking it on. I do think a little bit of stamping on these would actually look nice, so I might add those afterwards. So now I'm just shaping the holly leaves like I did the poinsettia petals, and then just deciding what's going where. I decided to use that green label there because there's a green label in the background, so I quite like that. So just readjusting how I want the holly leaves to be. For me, holly leaves are in bunches of 3 always. I don't know why, that's just the way I am. And then I've got some little red circles to represent the berries, and then just sticking them in a cluster of 5, even because I just like the way that would look. And that is that one. Okay, so to make sure I don't forget, I have gone through and I have done the backs on each of these tags ready. So I'm just gonna crack on and get these decorated. So I've done holly, done poinsettia, so I've got to do a snowflake one and a bauble one, and then I might repeat. Okay, so I am going for the snowflake one. I quite liked the idea of a cluster of 3 snowflakes there, and then it was just a matter of finding a sentiment to go across there, and then I decided I'd have a little bit of bling in the middle of each snowflake. So now I'm doing the baubles. I love these dies. These were Stampin' Up dies from last Christmas. They cut an outline and then the middle, so you get 2 for 1 really with them, and I just thought they'd look nice with a bit of snowflake in the middle there, another little sentiment and some bling. So now these are the inners, and so kind of just a little bit of a mirror image there. You get a little bauble top, and I thought I'd put some snowflakes on, and then again add a sentiment, and I quite like the look of that. Now I'm like dithering about my sentiment, and then I think, oh, it needs backing because black on black, can't really see that. So got a little bit of cheesecloth there, and then I'm adding different colour bling to those. So now we're doing a poinsettia. I've gone for a smaller poinsettia on this one. I didn't think it needed the massive big one, and that's the thing with the layers, you can layer it up however you want, putting those leafy things behind. Now I'm deciding on, oh, what do I want? And so I end up cutting up one of the flashcards, and then sort of flagging the end, and I quite like how that looks. And then we've got the journaling cards, so I'm going for a very small poinsettia, a cluster of holly, and with a small poinsettia in the middle of it, and one large snowflake, and just only need to add a little sort of sentiment to 2 of them, and again I'm going to use some cheesecloth behind, and one of them's already got sort of Cupid written on it. I did end up putting the foliage a little bit too low, I felt, so I had to sort of fiddle with that and add a bit more to fill in what I felt was a bit of a gap. And I'm thinking that these would make really nice Christmas cards, so I might repeat this sort of idea on a Christmas card because I quite like it, even if it did take a long time. But I really enjoyed making these, and I think they will look lovely in a Christmas journal. So I hope you all have a go at it. So that's them all done, and then so it just remains for me to do the top of the tags. I think I'm just going to go with hole reinforcer, so I'm just going to make one so you can see what I'm doing, and then I'll do the rest off camera because I think time's ticking on this. So I'm going to use the largest hole with my crocodile, and then I've got a 1/2 inch circle, and that's my hole reinforcer done. So we need 2, one for each side of the tag. I'm going to do this one. So I make my hole in the top of the tag, and then we just glue around that circle. Stick this over. Same on the other side. And then we just need some ribbon or something in the top. So I've got a bit of festive ribbon with the green and red in it, and I've got the same colour green in some twine. So I'm going to just tie a bow. And whilst I was looking for this ribbon, I found something else which I thought would be quite cool, which I might do on some of them. The ones with black, I might do some black lace. So double knotted that before I tie my bow. Snip these off. That's that one. I found this, which I thought would make quite cool tops. And would go on the top of there quite nicely. So I'll get my staple it out, staple it down. So that's that way. And these ones, I think a bit of black lace to sort them out. So I was just going to do one, wasn't I, and then do them all the same, but actually one size doesn't fit all always. So and this is a little bit quicker, and I might do a black holding reinforcer and some black ribbon. So that's that one. Don't like the way that's bending forward, but I'm sure it can get trained to go back. So I think I might do hole enforcers and ribbon on these. I think I'm going to do that one the same as that, and these ones with some black ribbon in the same way as I've done that one. So that's them all finished. So I did that one the same as that one, and then I did these two with the black ribbon and the distressed twine. So there we are. I did pop a little bit of glue on these so they sort of sat better. So I hope you like that. Hope you'll give me a like and subscribe. If you're not already subscribed, leave me a comment, tell me what you think, and I will hopefully be back tomorrow with another video. This took rather longer than I anticipated, and yeah, joining the challenge over at Junk Journaling for Everyone, hashtag JJ4E weekly challenge, and yeah, get your Christmas stuff started. Okay, bye for now.